So, what do you lean more towards as a career?
Right now I'm thinking more PA because I have my family is really important, so I want to be able to spend time with my family.
Okay.
So,
Now, in terms of what you like to do, which one do you think would be more towards your like liking being in the gynecologist or like a PA or
mhm. um, I don't know. I think they have to figure that out too. Think I have to like shadow both a physician and a PA because I know from like the stuff that I've looked at, I know PAs they do more of the general work. So, I mean, they do the exact same things as physicians do, but they don't really deal with the really extreme cases. While with physicians, they have to deal with extreme cases and they might have to go into surgery a lot more. So, I guess it kind of depends on if I want a career where I have to um, do a little more like investigation and try to figure out what this person has, or if I want to be a physician or PA and kind of just help people in general.
okay. Now, does the high stress of going into surgery like scare you or like those very
A little bit, but I feel like I can do better with that. Like, I can always get better with that, and it just takes experience.
okay? And so the appeal for you is like something where a job where you can be able to work with people and still help people out, but not so much be in very extreme stress situations
Mm-hmm.
where you might, well, I don't know, panic maybe, or do you
Possibly.
think?
Like, again, I
I
feel
mean, that's
like,
like a leading like
yeah.
observation, but
I mean,
I'm
I think
trying to
it's
understand.
possible, and I mean, I feel like I won't know until like I actually experience surgery or like just shadow someone and watch them do surgery. But I mean, as of now, obviously, I could see the panicking situation happening. But
Hmm. Now, is like years of schooling at all an issue as well? Like, are you? I think one would require you to go to school for a few more years,
yeah,
and then the other one would.
um, well, I mean, physicians, you have to be a physician, you have to go to med school for 4 more years, and then after that, you have to do a residency for another 4 years. So that's 8 years altogether before I really start my real job. And then PA, it would be like 2 years of PA school, and then before PA school, I need some hospital or patient experience for a year or two before that. So I guess it's like 3 or 4 years for PA school. So I guess it's kind of like it could be a problem, but I don't really see it as an issue. I mean, I would like to start making money like right away, but
Okay.
I don't see it as a really big issue.
I mean, it's a significant difference in schooling,
Definitely,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now,
And that's true. Like if I want to start a family, like earlier on, I would have to, like, I would want to be settled down with a career already before
hmm
I really start having kids or even marriage or anything like
yeah.
that. So
And what about like funding for school? Do you think that would be an issue? Because I mean, paying for 2 years
yeah,
rather than
yeah. I
you
guess I
know.
kind of forgot about the funding situation. Yeah, yeah. PA school's looking pretty good when
Then
it comes to
what
funding.
about salary differences? What are the salary differences between both?
Physicians range around 300,000, 2 to 300,000 for gynecology and obstetrics, while PAs range around 100,000. So there's a there's a big difference, but it's not. I feel like 100,000 for me is still perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah, enough to raise a family on.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
it depends where you're trying to live. Where are you trying
Well, I'm
to
planning on marrying rich, so
live? And uh, I mean that's fair. I mean you would want your partner to work, so
he has to work.
then I mean that's a decent amount of money for
Yeah.
to live on, I would say. So you don't necessarily need to go the full, what is it, 6 to 8 years for gynecology and pay for all that schooling or wait, how many years of schooling was it?
8 for physicians and 2 for PA.
Right, significant difference.
Yeah.
And probably in terms of how much it's going to cost, significant difference.
Yeah. So I think I'm okay after talking to you. I think I'll probably gear a little more towards PA school. But.
Well, I mean, like, what other would you have any other options at all, or are those the only two things that you're thinking about?
I was thinking as midwifery as like a backup plan, but I think PA school or PA or physician was kind of my go-to ones. So
Okay.
I couldn't decide between those two really.
Okay, so like, if you were to go to PA school, what would be your like what schools interest you for like PA school? Have you thought about that at all, or?
Well, I interned at Rush a couple summers ago, so I have some connections over there, and I kind of feel like if I start shadowing PAs over there and start networking again through them, I feel like I could I have a pretty good chance of getting into Rush. I've also been thinking about some schools in Philly because they have some great schools for PA school.
Mm-hmm.
Like Drexel is like one of the top 3. And then Rosalind Franklin. I can never say that. But that one's a pretty good one in Chicago too, and I think I might want to stay in Chicago.
Okay.
So.
And it would probably be easier. I mean, you're from Chicago.
Right.
And you would probably be living
in Chicago.
No, but at home or like with your parents?
Oh.
Or your...
Ideally, no, I would be living by myself, but I have a feeling I would have to live with my parents for at least 1 year just to settle down and get some money to pay off my loans and stuff. So.
That's fair. And that, I mean, you already know the city of Chicago, so it might be...
Right.
And you already have connections at Rush.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, it looks like maybe like trying to juice the connections you have from Rush.
Yeah.
And try to get more experience with, you need a year of experience?
Yeah.
Before you go into PA school?
Mm-hmm. So I've been thinking about, if I do want to become a PA, I was thinking about getting certified as a nurse over this summer, and then after I graduate, then just being a certified nurse for a year, which isn't my ideal job, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's fair. I mean, it also like might give you like a little bit of insight into like the whole health,
right,
from like the bottom to the top.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is important too. You have to like know the whole structure of hospitals and how they function. So I guess it'd be beneficial.
That'll be good. And so what it sounds like is another year of school, graduation, certified as nurse assistant, and then a year of work, PA school possibly in Philly, but leaning more towards Chicago, with the possibility of living at home or on your own, whatever is convenient at the time, and then 2 years of school for PA at Rush maybe, or anywhere, maybe somewhere in Chicago or Philly, like you said.
Right.
And then your life goes on from there.
Hopefully it'll be a good one.
Okay, well, I hope that helped a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good day.